How to install a Tesla screen into your Jeep Grand Cherokee part 2. So this next part, we're going to have to swap over the buttons from the bottom pocket as well as the vents from the stock one. So you actually delete the chrome bezels all the way around. You have to take those off and those just pop right in. And I'm going to show you guys next the wiring that you're going to need from the stock harness, okay? So they give one big main plug, which plugs in here. This secondary plug is just for your backup camera. So we're going to make sure that we connect the small connector here that will plug into the yellow for your backup camera. And then this main connector is split between the top board there and the bottom one there for your controls. And that one plugs in here from factory. And now if you're like my car, you'll have two of these here. One of these is for your antenna, one of these is for your nav. And so we're going to take their antenna adapter for the radio and we're going to put that there. And then the blue one right here is going to go ahead and be for your navigation. Now they gave a whole bunch of other stuff, like if you wanted to add subs or some sort of audio equipment, you would use that plug there. That's for like all of the different speakers. This is if you didn't have factory navigation. It comes with the GPS. It also comes with a microphone. It comes with an antenna as well. So you could run this completely standalone if you didn't have any of this stuff in your Jeep Grand Cherokee from factory. I'm just not including that because I already have all that stuff. Okay, and so like I said, you swap over a lot of that stuff. It has a bunch of T20s there for the vents and as well for that button harness there. This guy is actually for the wireless charger, and that will plug into this connector here later on once we get everything done. But first, we're going to go ahead and put this back into the car. Okay, and like I said, you're going to get one bolt. It is down here underneath this, I think this is a GPS or something like that. And you're going to go on ahead and connect both of those. So you'll go ahead, connect the screw underneath, then these two on the sides, and reconnect that. Your cigarette lighter, we're just going to let that hang down beneath because we are going to lose functionality there. Okay, then I went ahead and got my shifter back in as well as my center console area with all the different buttons and stuff. Got that all plugged in, and then we were going to move on to the big stack, which is really just connecting things up together where they should be and then pressing it in. Okay, and it took me a little while to figure this out, but so basically you have one plug here that comes from your factory harness, and this will give you a yellow output. That goes into CCD-V on the Aucar harness that plugs in here. The rest should just plug in just like factory. And after that, everything should work. Let me get this put back in place. I'm just gonna not put my clips in right now. I'm just testing things. I don't want to keep going in and out. So, but you want to transfer over your other clips from your other radio into this one too. But after that is done, everything should work here just like normal. So you'll still have, like, you can basically use this as an entire Android tablet. It has a bunch of different apps already pre-installed, like YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, whatever. But I just mainly use the Car Auto, which is wireless CarPlay or wireless Android CarPlay. And yeah, you'll have to go through a couple of settings on here. One thing I will say is the equalizer is all set up. I just zeroed that all the way the fuck out because it sounded really weird. The other thing too is if you come in here, if you ever have to go to factory settings, I changed my passcode to 0000, but it's 7890 from Aucar. So I can go in here and then you can change all of this stuff. So like one thing that was turned on for me with the audio was that it said that my car automatically had an amp. I don't have an amp in this car. So I just zeroed that out. Same thing with everything else. You can go in here, test everything, whatever else. And after that's all good, you can save and reboot, but I already did that. So we're all good there. And yeah, guys, if you guys want to see more, I can get more in-depth, throw your questions down below. I've done, a couple of installs on these things on this car, as well as my other Chevy 1500. So if you guys have any questions, just throw them down below. I'll make sure to answer them, and we'll work through any issues that you guys have.